Yeah,
Sure,
sure.
sure,
Don't worry, this won't eat into your time.
sure.
Hey guys, we're back with our next team, Team Paisabazaar. They're just going to set up their screen sharing and jump into their demo. So while we do that, just a shout out to the team members Anuj, Mayank, Vineet, and Samir. So yeah, I think you guys are all set. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Ariman. Hi, guys. This is Team Pepper, and we are here to present a case on usability of account aggregators. So our product that we're trying to build is a smart match product, which is where we're trying to solve the uncertainty in lending business. So we'll just get into the background of it. Anush, next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. So the problem statement that we're trying to solve here is that uh, to, to tell the customer where will he get a loan. So the background is that as we are lending aggregators, we have millions of customers coming on our platform inquiring about loan, and they are from different segments, from ranging from subprime to super prime. But the common question that they have when they come on platform is to ask कि मुझे loan कहाँ से मिलेगा, where will I get a loan from, and but in current scenario, we see once send the application to the banks, we see the approval rates of around 30 to 60%, depending upon the segments, and the highest rejection rates come due to either bureau or income or the leverage of the customer. Now here we see that this reason is because of two main factors. First is the matchmaking which happens today between the lender and the borrower is ad hoc. It is human dependent. It is based on customers' bias on particular brand, or it's basis some pricing which is floating in the market. And secondly, we know that the scorecard basis which lenders tend to judge a customer is pretty confidential, and hence we can't access that scorecard. So what happens is once a customer gets rejected, he tends to behave in a counterintuitive way. So once he gets rejected, he wants to apply to more lenders to get a loan. But with each rejection, his chances of getting a loan reduces. So, so the idea is how can we improve the matchmaking between the lender and the customer and try and give an experience of first time right bank to every customer. So, to do this, Anuj, can you give me that? Yeah, to do this, we are trying to create a AI ML based model, which we call a smart match that predicts the right lender for every customer. Now, we will use the past data to identify the custom chances of approval for each lender customer combination. Now, this is done basis the demographics, the employment, the bureau, and the financial data. And this will overlay on 7,000 crores of disbursal data points that we have accumulated over past 6 years. Now, now coming into the usability of AI in this ecosystem, we see today that for bureau, for example, everything is standardized. Now, from user perspective, if you see, users can easily access their bureau information today. The output is reliable, it's structured, and the data can be used for analysis and building models. But the same analogy doesn't hold true for evaluating financial data. Now, coming to a very specific case of financial data, like reading of bank statement, though there are technical solutions available today in the market, which talks about doing scraping via net banking or doing some OCR on the bank statement and giving an output in an analytical format, which can be which we can use. But when you see this entire process from the customer's lens, we observe that approximately 15 to 20% users do not have a digital bank statement with them. They're still on passbook. Users have some security issues in their mind. They're not able to, they're not comfortable in sharing their credentials on any third party website. And most importantly, a very interesting insight which came is that many people do not even remember their net banking credentials because they're used to logging into their app using fingerprints. So, with all these uncertainties in sharing and consuming financial data, we feel that AI will come and will solve all these challenges from the customer perspective, making it easy for the customer to share all the details, and from the end use perspective, which can be where we can use the entire data in a structured format, which comes in a structured format, and it is scalable. This model essentially will generate a score for each lender and then rank order the offers based on the decreasing order of the score. Our focus would be to push the to put to customer with the best chances of approval, and help him get a loan in that particular with that particular lender. So quickly going on to a case wherein we just try to tell you how have we done it. We're going to give you a small demo of how this entire thing we are trying to integrate into our systems. I'll just project my screen. Uh, oh, Ariman, it's not allowing me to connect my mobile. So I think you have to play the video for us.
Yeah, sure. Is there a part of the video you want me to skip to?
You can start in the beginning. I will just ask you to pause at a particular place because the initial part is filling out the form.
Sounds good.
Uh, put it on mute, I'll just talk now. Ariman, can you put the video on mute, please? Yeah, thanks. Judges, hi. My name's Anuj, and I'm just take you through this. What you're seeing right now is the user filling out the form on the normal personal loan journey on the Paisabazaar website. While the user fills out the mandatory details here, we build a profile for the. Arun, you could just pause here, please. Yeah, thanks. So what happened is, if Ariman would go slightly back, up till now what we're doing is we're already doing something called chance of approval, where we get the user to build out an entire profile and we give them certain options like what kind of a loan would be better for them. This is exactly the context that Mayank was explaining on the offer screen. Now, going forward, that once a loan provider is selected, one of these loan offers is selected, and the user completes their profile, we start doing an income verification. Now, the whole point of here is that this is where we will be introducing a new user-based self-assessment tool, which Mayank introduced as SmartMatch. SmartMatch takes the user's banking data for the last 6 months and then recognizes the income fields in the statement along with other debts being serviced. Now with Paisabazaar having serviced almost 7,000 crores of loans over the last 6 years, we match that data and see what are the anomalies, how can it fit in, stuff like that. Now, based on advanced machine learning systems, SmartMatch also grows in intelligence with every income detail we receive and helps the customer as well as the loan provider to take decisions in real time, like the possibility of getting a loan, increasing or decreasing the interest rates, or even changing the max possible loan amount that the customer can avail. The true power of this feature actually comes out when a user is not eligible for an application, which normally mostly happens. In that particular case, by utilizing Smart Match, the user does not need to wait for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and face a hard rejection. You can help the customer right there to switch a loan provider instantly and be better educated about their choices as well as their limitations. And they're also more likely to get a loan provider that actually services their needs. In this demo, as you may have noticed, Ariman, we can move forward. Let this part go.
The skipping is a little bit choppy, so I mean, since it's only a minute and 20 seconds, I'd recommend just letting it play, and I'll add that time to your.
Sure. So in this demo, one thing that we're noticing is we've added Smart Match for this hackathon at the end of the process when the user selects the particular offer. Whereas in the real use case, as we build this up and we test it out on users, what we plan to do is that we will check for Smart Match gaining more efficiency and getting the right data. And as it gets more and more accurate with the number of users it has access to, we will move Smart Match to the front of the application. So when the user is filling out their profile, we will do Smart Match right there. And now when they come to the offer screen, they will see offers that they're more likely, loan offers that they're more likely to get, including the terms of the loan, which could be the loan amount, the tenure, the EMI, stuff like that, which ensures higher probability of success for the loan disbursement. Which kind of addresses the thing that you were mentioning to Bharat, where how is underwriting working there and how are we utilizing that? We're trying to bring more transparency to that system and remove the opaqueness so the customers can take more educated decisions that which loan provider will work. On this particular screen that you're seeing, this is Smart Match actually working right now. That it's analyzing the data we've gotten from the account aggregator and it's verifying the income and checking all the loan criteria for the offers. In this case, the loan approval was excellent, but we could take the user back and get another offer set for them. Thanks. That's the presentation for us.
Super. 4 minutes left for Q&A.
Very nice presentation, guys. Question. right now also you must have a matching score as well, right? So I'm trying to figure out what you did for the hackathon versus what already exists on Paisabazaar.
Thank you, Pankaj. So right now we do have a matching score, but that works only on the bureau piece. For hackathon purpose, the whole idea was to evaluate the account aggregator ecosystem. And as I mentioned in my presentation, that we see some challenges wherein we are not able to get the bank state for more than 90% of the cases, or maybe we evaluate income for more than 90% of the cases. And we for this hackathon we evaluated account aggregator, and that was a personal view that if we integrate this, that can easily replace any TSP which is there in the market today, which helps us gain bank statement.
Got it. Thank you. Second question, more technical one. What's the model you're using? What's the state of the model?
So we are using a regression model here, and probably this model works on some variables that we have derived from the bureau and some customer data points, and then we have created segments from the past disposal data that we have. Now, whatever new data we get, it's the model self learns on that data and try to predict the best of.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you are large enough because you're a large aggregator for all NBFCs and banks. You could actually get feedback from NBFCs and banks. Like you mentioned earlier, you didn't have the data. Now you have the data, so you can. The bank will anyways tell you that if your salary is less than 1 lakh rupees, then I'll not give you loan of more than 1 crore
Yeah,
rupees and so on.
absolutely. Yeah, thanks, Pratik. So the issue here is that, Pratik, that we're not able to ascertain the very veracity of the information that we're getting from the customer. And primarily, we get very broad rules from the banks that, for example, stating that a bank will not work on a FOIR of say more than 40% or 50%. Here, we need to know the exact income and the exact EMI that the customer is serving. Maybe while declaring, he might miss out on something which is very important in terms of taking a decision. So hence we realize that though we can do what you're saying we can do, but the veracity is always a concern in our mind.
Plus, also, I'll just take a second, Pratik. You're absolutely right. But in this case, also, underwriting is very proprietary to the banks, and every lender has their own way of doing it. So they're okay providing us a hard cut until, just like you said, below 1 lakh, we will not service. But there are also multiple combinations of, let's say, the other debts that the customer is serving. Or it could be that there is a fluctuation in the income and stuff like that. And that kind of verification and happens later in the offline process. What we're trying to do is bring more transparency there and help the user ascertain the possibilities in real time.
God, very good, very good, fantastic.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Sorry, Pankaj, please go ahead.
One more question. Does this give you access to more data that you currently have in the sense of does it require you to become an FIU, which Paisabazaar is not right now?
Thanks, Pankaj. So there are two questions here. What kind of data types do we get, and are we an FIU? So I'll answer them two separately. So the first question, the extra data types that we're expecting here is uh, the kind of accounts that a customer have in multiple banks. So, for example, today what happens is if a customer tries to give me a bank statement, I would only know that he has an account with HDFC Bank, and maybe that variable that the salary bank account variable that we have currently may have a low weightage as of now. But imagine a situation that a customer is giving us an access of three bank accounts. So I know that a customer has a KYC verified KYC relationship with three banks: HDFC, ICICI, Kotak. Now my model starts to throw offers basis the existing relationship that a customer has with these banks, and then it becomes more powerful. That was the first point. Answer to the first question. Second, on the FIU part, so we are a registered investment advisor, and we also have a license from PFRDA. So as per the master classes that we have attended from a hackathon, we understand that if you have an RAA license or a license from PFRDA, you can be an FIU. So we're going ahead with that analogy in our implementation.
Got it. Thank you.
Thanks, Pankaj.
Awesome. Really glad to hear that the master classes have been useful for you guys. And excellent presentation, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to remove you from stage because the time's up. And we'll be coming back in a few minutes with the next team, which is NSDL eGov. So all members of NSDL, please be ready. Thank you again, Samir, Mayank, and Anuj, as well as Vineet, who was not able to join. I'm not sure why I can't see him in the attendees list, but shout out to Vineet as well. Thanks, Anuj. Okay, so we'll be back in 2 minutes with